Well, I'm out here at Portland Nursery Division. I'm with Sarah. And Sarah, this spring, we've had a lot of plants we put in our yard, and the temperatures are starting to warm up, and looks like we're gonna have a nice warm summer. So what do we need to be doing to make sure our plants are going to survive through the summer?
Yeah, great question. Because we are looking at a possible drought this year, and if you've got those new plants, you really want to make sure and protect your investment by giving them regular water, especially with these high temperatures that we're just kind of jumping into. So we've got a lot of different options here. I think one of the easiest ones would be a soaker hose, which you really just lay out and the water seeps into the soil. The number one thing that goes wrong with soaker hoses is people move them around too often or bend them, and then they'll break because they're very porous.
Okay.
So you want to be really gentle and when you're laying them out. But they're a really great, easy option. And it actually took me less time to set up a soaker hose than to actually water my garden one time.
Right.
So the investment will pay off. We've also got obviously this is not necessarily self-watering, but some things you do still need to spot water. This is a really good tool for that.
Because you have a lot of ways that you can do hand watering, and that can be nice for certain areas or some pots, or maybe not doing your whole yard, but if you needed a little touch-up.
Yeah, just little areas here and there, and it can be really relaxing as well. And just go around and give some extra water when you need to. But something like this can really easily hook up to a hose as well, and you can hook it up to a timer. You could hook any of this stuff up to a timer. So you could be on vacation and still having your yard be getting water. But you can also just turn the hose on and off. So if you just go out there, turn on the hose, come back a few minutes later, turn it off. And that's just easy peasy.
Because that will just cover a nice bigger area, just full on, just water whatever is there, right? Yeah,
and I should mention, I guess this would be, obviously we're all familiar with the sprinkler. The leaves would get wet with this. Thing I love about soaker hose is, like, I put it under my tomatoes where they don't really like water on their leaves.
Right.
So it can be a good situation for that.
So it looks like we have some great options for doing some hand watering, and you have a lot of options for, like overhead watering for larger areas, but it looks like you have a whole nother section here for drip.
Yes, we do. And this looks really overwhelming, but really all it is determining how much water is going out per hour. So different hose sizes, smaller ones will give less water, bigger ones will give a higher flow. But then you also want to pay attention to like the colors on here, which are just telling you how many gallons per hour are coming out. So like red is ½ gallon per hour, green is 2 gallons per hour. So really figuring out what your plant is going to need and then getting the right equipment for that. And we are here to help you with that, and even if you come in knowing what you need, we can still just walk you through it if you need it.
It looks like, like you said, it could be a little complicated, but it's maybe a little more work to set up in the front end, but there's a lot of benefits of drip.
It's so worth it. I actually put off drip for a long time, and it saves so much time, so much money. I mean, water is expensive, especially in the Portland area, and you're really not looking at a huge investment for this. And then, it's just good for the environment all around.
Right. Because it's determining, what each plant needs, because all plants are different. Newly planted ones or ones that have been in the ground a long time require different water needs. And you guys here, your staff is very knowledgeable and can help you determine what kind of needs your plant needs and what kind of system might be best for you. So, for more information on watering and making sure you have the best system for your needs, come on down to Portland Nursery, either the Stark Street or the Division Street. They'll help you set out the best system for you and your irrigation to make sure your plants are successful this summer. So thank you, Sarah, for being down here.
Thanks.